Oh no!
What you done?
I hit it. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Who are you?
I'm Fred Mason.
And I'm Karen Mason, and together we are
the Avon couple.
Ta-da!
What do you reckon?
Do you think it's good?
I think you might have seen it before.
Yeah. We're going to see if it works. So we've got a power pack because we're not near
the electric point.
A plug socket.
Oh, here we go. Let's have a look. Hey!
What do you reckon? It's good, isn't it?
And I think we can...
we'll leave it on there until it goes. That's it. Turn
there
it
you
down
go.
a little
We've only
bit.
got a tiny little power pack, so we're just going to see if it
lasts.
stays up there for a little
Quite
while.
good, isn't it?
So we've got a couple of those ones now. We've got another one
That's on
somewhere.
there.
I think it's up in... Oh, it's up in your office.
It's up in my office. Maybe we'll do a podcast up in my new office. That'll be fun.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yay! So, what we've been up to?
Well, what have they been up to?
What have you been up to?
Come and tell us.
Yeah.
You know where to go.
Pop it down on the chat. Now, we did an event for weekend. It was the British Touring Cars Championships racing.
At Donington Park.
At Donington Park on Saturday and Sunday. And we had the privilege of manning the Marshall's Point 40. Which is recruiting and talking to people about whether or not they want to be a marshal. And it was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
we had
fantastic.
2 days that was really, really busy.
Yeah, it was really great.
And so we didn't see too much of the racing, but what we did see was loads and loads of lovely people. So, and some of you knew that we were the Avon couple. So if you did and you're listening to this podcast, please pop on the comments and chat and say, yes, we were one of the guys that you spoke to and that we met you, we popped in, because it was so busy, wasn't it?
Well, how can I put this? The people that organise it normally said, oh yeah, get yourself there, get ready for about 9ish. You know, once you open up at 9ish, you'll get some people coming in because they're going in and going around the track. Well, we got there about just after 7, had a bit of breakfast, and on Saturday we opened up at what?
8.
Just before 8 o'clock in the morning.
It was heaving.
It was
heaving.
to put it in a mildly manner, it was absolutely flipping busy.
It was.
God.
Do you know, I tell you, what's really, really lovely is we'll tell you a little bit about the Marshalls, the MP40. But before we do, we need to get one of those ticker counters.
Oh, we've got to.
Because I reckon that we had, between the 2 days, we had over 1,000 people that we were speaking to.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say we just spoke to all 1,000, but we had 1,000 come through.
Yeah, come through the door.
You know, not everyone wanted to have a chat, they wanted to come through.
Just take a leaflet or have a look at this fantastic bashed up,
yeah, I was just going to say,
smashed up car that was there. Now, I think we've spoken about it on one of the
other podcasts.
One of the other podcasts and what have you. But who does the car belong to?
A guy named Matthew Croft. He doesn't belong to him anymore, bless him, because he donated the car to us.
He did.
He had a massive accident.
Not to us specifically,
no,
but to the Marshalls. Yeah.
He had a massive 109 mile an hour cartwheel crash at Croft Circuit. And it was
Hang on a minute. At Croft Circuit, and his name was Matthew Croft.
How ironic is that? His name was Matthew Croft.
Coincidence.
A few weeks ago, when we were at the truck racing at Donington, manning MP40, which was the grand opening of it for recruiting to show people what marshals do, Matthew turned up with his lovely wife, and they stayed with us for a few hours answering questions about how the crash happened, why he donated the car, and I think why he donated the car was an absolute no-brainer for us. It's fantastic.
Hang on a sec. Why did he donate the car? Yeah, that's why did he donate the car, Fred?
Well, he donated the car for the main reason was he had so much appreciation for marshals around the country, because we don't just do Donington. There are marshals that travel the country, and each circuit has its own group of marshals that attend regularly. And as he said, he could not go racing without the race marshals being there. Well, we wouldn't be race marshals if it wasn't for people like Matt, who are absolutely mad, might I say, because, you know, 109 mile an hour crash and he was standing there talking to people about it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that that you have to be a certain character and have a certain focus, don't you, to be a racing driver.
But wasn't Matthew a character?
He was lovely. He was really
his
lovely.
mindset was, I'm a racing driver and I want to race.
Yeah.
But
and his wife said, you know, like, he had a crash, but after all, he is a racing driver, and you know, it is a different character. To be that. I mean, if that had happened to me, I don't think I'd have got in a car again. But
well, he got back in the car the next day.
Exactly.
After breaking 3 ribs and a finger.
Yeah.
You know, he got back in the car, and as he said, he told us, he said he wanted to do it, but his body couldn't, because obviously the day before his body had gone through a traumatic experience.
It was the stress and trauma kicking in, you know.
But thank you, Matthew, on behalf of all the marshals around the country. Thank you for donating that to us, because
it did attract a lot of interest, didn't it?
Yeah, and the reason Matthew gave us it as well was the fact that it was to show people what marshals like ourselves go out to when an accident happens, and what we're faced with when we see it happening. So, you know, once again, thank you so much. It helps us get a foot in the door, talking to someone, because they want to know the story. And thank you also for the
board and the explanation. The story was fantastic.
The story behind the whole event was super. Also, Matthew, if you're watching this, your head mechanic on that day.
Yes, I was going to say this is coincidences. This is coincidences, because not only that did they have the coincidence of it being Matthew Croft at Croft, we also had the fact that 2 weeks before he was sponsored by Safety Devices, so well done to you guys for changing all his roll bars and in the cage inside, which was fantastic. So we're doing lots of shout outs this morning to Safety Devices for putting all the safety stuff that you do in racing cars, absolutely amazing, and in cars. But also then we was chatting to somebody, you was talking to him, and what was he saying?
Well, he just turned around and he said, I remember this car. And I went, what is that? He said, I was the head mechanic for Matthew at that weekend. What? And he'd just come along to talk or to see the BTCC.
Yeah.
And he knew the car had been donated, so he wanted to come over. And he said, this is the absolute ideal place for it.
Yeah.
Because it opens up what I was just saying earlier, a few conversations about the car, the driver, how the marshals work in conjunction with all of the race teams. And he could see
how many people were coming in and having a chat, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
but he said he got into motor racing purely by accident, by talking to someone who said he told him he was a mechanic, told him to pop along for have a chat. Next thing you know, he's in part of the race team for the Focus Cup, which he was doing that weekend, and he's actually said to us, where was it? He's off to I can't remember where he was off to now.
When?
Dakar. The Dakar races on the deserts.
Can you plug that in there?
No. So what I'm going to do, bear with me, guys. We'll just take that out for now, because it will carry on working.
Will it?
Yes, it will. It will carry on working.
Okay.
It's a little plug that works with these. We charged it up the other day and it's just stopped working. Never mind. That's all part and parcel of the technical side of it. What a wonderful podcast it is.
Well, let's have a look and see if it is working. So, my coincidence, was the fact that one of the guys I was talking to, a guy called Adam Winter, who was actually in the race, the same race, when Matthew had his little
was it
crash. I'm sure it was Adam Winter. Anyway, his surname was Winter, and he was a racer. And he came in, and we've got a couple of pictures of him next to the car.
Unbelievable.
So this car that Matthew donated, well done, is creating a lot of interest around the circuits. And people are coming in just to see the car. So that was a really, really good incident. All of involving just this particular car. It's a bit like Herbie, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like
we're going to have to name that. Matthew, send us a name for the car.
Oh yeah, that would be really good. Yeah. So
it was a fantastic weekend, and
it was.
It just showed us. I must admit, one thing that I noticed with a lot of the spectators that came in, we had a few people that had registered for marshalling, which was fantastic. I think it was well over 30 people actually registered to become marshals.
Yeah.
Or registered interest to become marshals.
Yeah.
But what it really brought out was so many spectators that that follow British touring cars and other groups around the country were saying to Karen and myself, thanks for what you do, because otherwise without you we wouldn't be able to watch the racing.
Yeah.
And then you give them an insight to what we do, because we've got lots of photographs up on the wall of incidents and things that we do. And so many people were saying, we didn't realise this happened, or we didn't realise we could do this.
And we didn't realise there's so many different aspects to marshalling. It's not just the flagging, and it's not just running out and sweeping the gravel and what have you.
How about some of the families that came in with their children that want to do it?
Oh my goodness, we've had so many. I tell you, they were so cute, so lovely. We've had lots of families coming in. We had... and one in particular, a family with two daughters who were really, really excited and, you know, wanted to do marshalling. So a big shout out if you're listening, because we did mention we did a podcast. So if you're listening, pop it in the comments that you've heard us. But yeah, loads of families that were curious because the son wanted to do it, or the daughter, and they weren't sure of the age groups. So there is loads of different age groups that you can start marshalling, right the way down to, you know, you 14, 13, 11. We've got cadet marshals and things, and there's loads of aspects of marshalling that you can do. And one of the things that also a lot of people don't realise is that it is voluntary. And because it's voluntary, you can, if you're doing some sort of coursework where you have to volunteer in the public arena, you can put this down as being part of that course, including the Duke of Edinburgh award as well. So
yeah, well, we mentioned that to one couple, and the young lad said, "Dad, did you hear that?"
Yeah.
And we said, "What was it?" So we explained it to him, and he said, well, he's going to be doing that, so what a fantastic way of doing something that the lad really loves anyway, motorsport, being really close to it, and it can be part of his Duke of Edinburgh award scheme. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. We were really chuffed with that as well.
Very much so. One of the other coincidences that happened for me was that we have boards up explaining the different roles of marshals, and one of the pictures on the board is a car that's got a lot of front damage, so it's obviously fronted gone into one of the barriers, and the marshals are there sweeping, as you see them doing, while a couple of others are looking to get the car removed. There was a guy with his son and a few of his friends, and he was looking at the boards and he went, hang on a minute, that's my car. And he went, hang on a sec, what? And he said to me, he said, that's my car. And I said, what do you mean it's your car? I said, what, was you the driver? And he went, no, he said, I used to race the car, and then I sold the racing car on to another race driver. And that was his car in the picture. So we've got a picture of him pointing to the car, and then his son said, yeah, look, this was Dad's car when he was racing. And he had a Honda S2000 engine in it.
Well, you talk to them, I don't know.
I know, which I thought was really a coincidence, because you used to work for Honda.
I used to work for Honda.
And he allowed me to take a picture of the actual car that his dad was racing. So that was another coincidence that we had over the weekend.
And I had a driver come in and said, I know exactly how that driver felt, and I said, oh, why is that? He said, well, I did exactly the same thing to my car in the Porsche Cup. He said, and I know how he probably felt. He said, I got out with a couple more broken bones than Matthew did. But what a fantastic draw. People were coming in and they were telling us a lot of their stories. We had lots of ex-marshals coming in, lots of drivers coming in telling us their stories.
And lots of marshals coming in saying, I am registered as a marshal.
Yeah, and they weren't sure as well how to do something. Just started up and they come in and got more information, because sometimes if you start by yourself and not know anybody in the marshalling arena, it could be quite daunting, because to try and work your way around some of the websites that the British Motor Marshals Club have got, it can be, how many do I do? What do I do? Yeah. So we were explaining to them how they can get further registration, how they can go off and do what they want to do. And it was brilliant.
It was just a buzz for the whole day. And
absolutely,
it was really good.
Brilliant.
We also had a couple of drivers that we spotted. And Kate went and got one, which was Storm Stacey, which is a motorcyclist.
He's British Superbike racer.
A racer. And he's very distinguished because he wears a top hat.
He always wears a top hat.
So he came in.
He was towering over Kate.
Yeah.
And it was lovely that she managed to find him.
Absolutely. And we took had a couple of pictures.
We also had Mikey Doble come over, who was one of the British touring car drivers, came over to find out what was going on. Had a quick look round and said, oh, fantastic job, guys, thanks very much.
Yeah, we couldn't get a picture for him.
He was running a little bit late to get back to his car, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. So that was, it's really lovely to spend a weekend. It was totally different. It was away from our normal focus.
Well, our focus on marshalling, because obviously you do flagging, and I've often been out on track, but and this year, purely because of injury, isn't it? We haven't been able to do as much.
Yeah, and as you all know, having the knee operation for me, I can now get back in because I was standing for most of the 2 days. So it was a good break-in session for me to see how my knee was coping, which was really good. Yeah. And it was also away from Avon, so it was.
I was going to say, I wondered when we were going to mention Avon.
Yeah, it was a good break away. Although I was still available for the team.
I was going to say, you still worked with the team all day long.
Yeah.
People, Karen has a wonderful thing within our team of being available for everybody all the time. She doesn't think so, but she does. And I watched her take some phone calls while we had other people with us in the marshal's post, talking to team members, talking them through things, getting through queries that they had and what have you. And it just goes to show you how flexible being one of these people that puts these books through doors or working online can enable you to do. So we were doing two things that we both passionately love. One was Avon, and the other was marshalling. So
and because it was the end of the month as well, a lot of the team were putting orders in, making sure that they'd hit their own personal targets that they set themselves, because it was the end of the campaign at 6 o'clock last night, which was a Sunday, and it does,
that only happens a couple of times a year.
A couple of times a year. I think next year it's only going to happen one day, that it falls on a Sunday.
But it throws up its challenges.
It just throws up its challenges, and being able to be around and support them, I think, was key on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes we don't do it on a Saturday and Sunday. Especially if we're in a training meeting or something like that, but then we do let the team know. So I did say to them, I might not be able to answer the phone straight away, and they were very understanding. It was good.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you what you can do with your lives. I mean, as you know, we're both retired, but we're so busy. It's crazy.
I tell you what, I think I'd go back and have a full-time job. I did less work then than I do now. And that sounds awful, and I was really busy then. But to be honest, this isn't work, because when you do something that you're actually passionate about and you love it, like the racing drivers, that's not work to them because they love it, they're passionate about it. And the same with us, when we do things that we're passionate about, it's not work. So it's the 1st of September. It is our new book, Dare to Feel, is the strap line. What's our strap line?
Laugh, love and lipstick.
Exactly, and we had a lot of that.
I got it right.
A lot of that over the weekend. Well, not the lipstick for you, but the lipstick for me. Especially because I was talking so much, so I was drinking a lot, and so I needed a lipstick that really hydrated my lips.
We actually had someone come in from BARC, which is the British Racing Association Club, or whatever it is. It's one of the biggest clubs in the racing world. They run the British touring cars, and one of the heads of BARC came in and he said, "I can't believe the passion that's coming out of this room for marshalling," and that really hits home.
There was a lot of people that come in. There was somebody that usually does marshalling in Alton.
Yeah, Alton Park.
Alton Park. Aussie. So he came in. The MSV, they came in to see what was going on. There was quite a few people to come in and see what was going on, because I think this is like the 3rd time that the MP40s have been open for recruiting. But the buzz was just unbelievable. It was just so enthusiastic and so catching.
I think the message we'd like to say as well is, if you ever get to Donington Park, to go racing, to watch the racing, or to be there when the rallies are on or whatever, pop along to where the mega store is. They got a big mega store for the merchandise and that. We're next door.
Yeah.
MP40 it's called, Marshall's Post 40. Come and visit us. If we're not there, there'll be a team of people that will be there.
Yeah, and you can find out about marshalling. So back to Avon.
Yeah.
First of September. So 1st of September, the nights are definitely drawing in, and it is the last sort of like what's the word? Last sort of days of the summer. I hate saying that.
When my skin starts to get dry.
Yeah, and
not
winter
with
and
Avon.
whatever. However, they've brought out a new perfume. Now, for those of you that like Attraction, I love Attraction because the actual original attraction, the main attraction.
The main attraction, I like that.
Smells.
That was good.
Smells very much like good. Christian Dior's J'adore, and I love it. That's why it's called J'adore. I love you. Or J'adore.
I love you too.
Oh, thank you. No, anyway.
That's right.
So we've got a new one out, which is Attraction Instinct, and it smells absolutely gorgeous.
Don't go on there and rub it and go, "Oh, that smells good."
No, it does. I put it on the other day, and I came downstairs and Fred went, "Oh, what's that one? I haven't smelt that one before." And it is literally, I had the Attraction Instinct on, and it is red orchids. It's got a sweet strawberry, delicious salty vanilla smell, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. But for the men, it's got red chili peppers. So it smells
Rub that on your face.
Yeah, no, it smells of red chili peppers. It's got a woody smell, and also it's got vanilla wood in it, which is really lovely. It's really a sort of quite a smoky, sensual smell. So we've got some of that for you to try as a man.
Ooh, super.
Yeah, so they're doing that, and they've also got in there the duo packs. Now, I was just talking about the originals. So in here we've got the body lotion and the perfume, and we've also got the body lotion and the aftershave for the man. Now, if you layer perfumes with body lotion, so put your body lotion on and then put the perfume on the top, it will last a lot longer because you've got that layering of the odours.
That's why you're a beauty advisor and I'm not.
So we've also got the Attraction itself, where we've got the Attraction and the body lotion, but we've also got the same for the man as well, which is the original Attraction body lotion. And as you can see, we've got Attraction Closer as well, which they are two beautiful ones. So gotta get it. You just got to get it, really.
Oh, got to get it.
When you got to get it, you got to get it. So, colour trend is back. It went off the scenes. Avon took it off so that they could actually rebrand it, repackage it, and it's come back now, full and vibrant and very, very trendy. So, got to get it with the new colour trend products. Is now come back into September, which is really good. So you're going to get it?
Get it, got to get it.
Got to get it. So there you go. And we're still doing, especially this time of the year, you know, when the dusk starts or the nights are drawing in, but it's still nice and warm and you still want to sit outside, you know, with your fire pit or your lights going and what have you. It does attract a few little midges and that. So
little nippers.
Exactly. So we've still got the Skin So Soft, and all three of them do work, but the dry oil original is very, very good to stop midges, even if you just smell it. Smell it around, spray it around you, and that it will stop the midges. But one of the other things is you can, you know, diffusers, when they run out, what do you do with them? So you can put a little bit of this dry oil spray in the actual diffuser with the sticks, and that will also stop the midges flying around. So that's a nice one, and it's quite nice sitting on the table if you're outside in the evenings, so that you know you can spray and then just leave those little diffusers around with some citronella candles, and it will stop the midges and the mozzies. So I think that's about it we've got today.
It is, but one thing I think we need to mention is we are moving in towards the holiday period, towards the end of the year.
Yes.
And what a fantastic time to join Avon.
Absolutely. You know, what could £500 to £600 extra in December do for you?
Exactly, and that's an easy achievable amount to earn from Avon between now and then, easily.
And I just mentioned that figure because obviously that's sort of like an easy one to do.
Very.
You know, if you want to do more, by all means we can show you how to. And then, you know, towards the end of the middle of the month, watch this space because we've got some exciting news for you. We have. Can't say anything at the moment. But
that means it's one of those not allowed to say things.
No, it's and throw the key away. Absolutely. So we've got that coming up. But next week on the podcast, what we're going to be doing, because all the figures are out for last month, I want to do some huge shout outs to some of the team who have really gone above and beyond. So
look forward to that.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. So in whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing, do have some good laugh, love and lipstick in your life, especially if you have a good belly laugh every day. I do think you need that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good for your belly muscles as well.
Absolutely. Don't forget, if you want to join, pop onto our website.
Yeah, how do they do, what website?
theavoncouple.co.uk,
or just go direct onto jointheavoncouple.co.uk and you can join us straight away.
Perfect.
So if you've got children that are going back to school and you don't know what to do with the time during the day, it's a good opportunity.
Why not earn money?
Why not earn some money and come and join. And if you want to, if you're really, really good like us with training, that's your forte, or you've got fantastic people skills, what about being a team leader? Have you ever thought about that? You can be a team leader. I don't like the word team leader. I'd prefer mentor. So you're mentoring a team and sponsoring a team, supporting them.
Come along.
So yeah, come along to and that. So the first thing to do is, to join Avon first, find out what you can do, and you can pass your knowledge on to your team and support them. So who are we?
We are the Avon couple.
And it's Karen Mason
and Fred Mason saying
goodbye for this
bye-bye.
week.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.